Good morning. It is Tuesday, December 8th, and it's time for math, and it is an exciting day because we are starting a new unit in math. And so our unit is going to be addition. Here's something really interesting. Do you know that we've been doing addition since the beginning of the year? Do you remember when we do combinations of 10 and Ben knows his tens? We are doing simple addition when we are doing that. So some of this will be familiar to you, although we'll look at it in a little bit different format than we have when we do our combinations of 10. So there are a couple of things we'll need to start our unit. You will need lesson 6-1, so make sure you have lesson 6-1. You will need a pencil, you will need an eraser, and you will need your box of crayons. So if you need to pause me to get all that out, please do so, but get all those materials in front of you so you'll be ready to do lesson 6-1. Okay, so there are two sight words that we're going to be using in this lesson, and I want to go ahead and introduce them. The first one is and. You know this. Blue and green. It means to join two things. And sight word is. You'll notice in addition, I have highlighted this small word, add, because that's essentially what we will be doing. We will be putting things together. We will be adding things together. So that's where we get the word addition. All right, so we are on 6-1, and there's our friend Carlos. And I will tell you, Carlos has been in the garden, and I hope he asked permission. But I think he picked some flowers in someone's garden this morning. He has 2 pink flowers, 1, 2, in one hand. The other hand, he has 1, 2, 3 purple flowers. So 2 pink in one hand and 3 purple in the other. And he says to himself, what's another way I could show that? So he decides, I can use my fingers. So he holds up 2 fingers for the pink flowers and 3 fingers for the purple flowers. And he's wanting to know, how can I figure out how many I would have if I added them together, if I put them together? So how do you think we could do that? How can we figure out how many we have in all? Right, we're just going to count them all. We're going to count left to right and put our fingers down as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 in all. So what we're going to do, you'll be taking your pencil, and you're going to 2 o'clock dot, a nice circle. Start at 2 o'clock and make a nice round circle for me. I didn't quite get mine close. And you're going to circle 5 to show that 2 pink flowers plus 3 purple flowers equals 5 in all. All right, now we're going to flip to the back page. So we're going to flip our page over. And you'll see Carlos is thinking about a problem. And he's thinking about cubes. This time, he has already figured out how many he has in all. How do you think he did that? Right, he just counted them. So let's count. He has red and blue blocks, and he just counted all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he said, I have 6 in all. He said, how can I show how many red blocks I have and how many blue blocks? So he decided for the red blocks, he was going to clap. So we had 2 red blocks. 1, 2. And he had 4 blue blocks. So he's going to tap on the table, and he's going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 to show the 4 cubes. So we could hear that, right? Now he's going to use his fingers to show that. He's going to hold up 2 fingers for the red blocks and 4 for the blue blocks. The other way he is thinking about how he might show those 2 parts is that he might draw a picture to represent them. So he chose green apples to represent the red cubes. So he drew 2 green apples to represent 2 red cubes. Then he decided I could draw yellow apples to represent the blue cubes. So he drew 4 yellow apples to represent the 4 blue cubes. So he's just showing us a different way to show the different parts of a whole. All right, we're coming down to the bottom. And now we're moving into word problems. So I'm going to read the word problem, and then we're going to do it. Don't get anything out yet. Let me read the whole problem. Parker has 2 orange crayons. He has 3 purple crayons. How many crayons does he have in all? All right, so he has 2 purple, so let's count and make sure that's right. 1, 2, yep, and they wrote their number. Then they went over to the next box and counted the purple. 1, 2, 3, and wrote the number 3. So we have 2 and 3 is, how many? We're going to figure out how many we have in all. Right, we're going to count left to right. So let's count left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in all. So you're going to take your pencil and you're going to trace number 5 to show that 2 and 3 is 5 in all. All right, we finished that page and we're moving on to our next page. And it should look like this. You should see some blank crayons at the top. All right, so we see we have the number 3 and 1 is blank and all. We don't know how many. 3 and 1. All right, let's go down and we're going to read our problem. Then we're going to go back and solve. We want to read and listen first. Cammie has 3 green crayons and she has 1 blue crayon. How many does she have in all? You're going to need your green and blue crayons. So we're going to start with the green. Do you remember how many she had? She had 3 green. So you don't need to color these real exact. Just get them so you can see what colors. So I'm going to do 1, 2, don't have to be perfect, 3 green. So I've got the 3 green and she had 1 blue. So now you'll pick up your blue crayon and color this one blue. So color that one blue. Okay, color them all. You should color 3 green, 1 blue. Okay, you got that? Everybody finished? Okay. Now it says how many are in all. So we've got to go back and count all of our crayons and see how many we have. So let's start over here and we're going to count left to right, counting the green and blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your pencil and we're going to write 4 right there. We have 4 in all. 3 and 1 is 4 in all. All right, now we're moving down to number 3. Let's listen to the instructions for number 3. Sammy has 1 brown crayon. He has 5 purple crayons. So you will need brown and purple. So get brown and purple. Do you remember how many brown he has? He has 1 brown crayon. So you're going to come down here and color the first one brown. Then it said he has 5 purple crayons. So let's color 1. Count with me as we color. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we have 1 brown and 5 purple. Now we need to figure out how many we have in all. How are we going to do it? Right, we're just going to count them all. All right, let's start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 5 is 6 in all. Okay, so 1 and 5 is 6 in all. All right, great. Almost done. We're going to flip to this back page and we're going to see some erasers. These are erasers. Remember we have these big erasers? All right, we're going to listen to our story and see if we can figure out how we're going to solve the problem. Okay, you ready? All right. Junie has 5 erasers in one pocket. She has 2 erasers in her other pocket. How many does she have in all? All right, she's got 5 and 2. So this is what I'm going to get you to do. I want you to get your blue and green crayon out. I'm going to tell you what color we're going to use. So blue and green. We're going to start with the blue. How many are we coloring blue? Right, 5. They just told us she had 5 in one pocket. So we're starting with blue and we're going to color 5 blue. Just real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you finish the blue, it should look like that. Now we're going to switch to the green. How many did she have in the other pocket? 2, right? So we're going to color 2 green. So I've got 5 blue and 2 green. I want to know how many I have in all. What am I going to do? Right, we're going to go back and count all of them. Here we go. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in all. 5 and 2 is 7 in all. All right, last problem. All right, and the last one, Miguel has 9 erasers. So guess what? They gave us the whole instead of a part. There are 9 erasers in all. They want us to figure out 2 parts. They don't tell us what the 2 parts are. They say he gives some to Aaron, he gives some to Bella. All right, we're going to get our blue and green crayon, and I'm going to tell you how many he is given to Aaron and how many he's given to Bella to make this a little bit simpler. I'm going to say that he gave 4 blue erasers to Bella. So get your blue. We're going to left to right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just told you 4. Pick up your pencil, and we're going to write 4 in that first writing box right there. Okay? We've got 4 blue. Now we need to figure out how many he gave to Bella. He gave 4 blue to Aaron, and he gave some to Bella that are green. So get your green crayon. Let's count and see how many he gave to Bella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she got 5 greens. So we're going to come down here and write 5 green. All right, so this is another way to read our problem. 9 is 4 and 5. So this is whole, part, part. We've been doing part, part, whole, but this flips the equation for us and gives us whole, part, part. 9 is 4 and 5. 4 blue erasers and 5 green erasers. So that's our introduction to addition, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our second lesson. Have a great afternoon.